Okay, this is something that goes way back. Back in the 80s, when Michael Jordan was the biggest thing in the universe, McDonald's made a special burger for him called the McJordan. And I'm going to recreate that here today. What we're doing here is making the barbecue sauce. And to make the sauce, you'll need the following: 1½ cup ketchup, 1 cup of brown sugar, a half a cup of water, 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, a tablespoon of molasses, a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. Then, when everything's in there, you just want to mix it together till it's blended, and then you want to put it on the range for over a burner over a low heat, and you want to simmer this for like 45 minutes. Okay, so we're going to simmer it for a while. It's going to reduce by about at least a half to almost 2/3. So simmer it over, just simmer it for 45 minutes, and then we'll be ready for the next step. You should have something that's looking like this. Don't worry, after 45 minutes of simmering, this is going to thicken up a lot. Okay, then we got to make the actual burgers. What you've got here is 80/20, and I'm using a scale. And you want to make 4-ounce patties. Now, how I like to form my burgers is I roll them into a ball, and then I put them on a plate lined with parchment paper. I put another piece of parchment paper over the top, and then I grab another plate. Now, you're probably wondering, Dave, why the fuck would you do that? Well, you'll see here in a second why I would do that. Because the plates, the bottom, they're not flat on the ground. So that little bit of space in there makes a perfect burger patty. And then you just kind of crimp the edges. If you ever wondered how I get my patties so thin and perfectly round like that, this is the reason. On a grill that's hotter than the halls of hell, you want to lay our Jordan burger patties down. The little bit of a delay is I'm seasoning the side that's going face down on the grill. And when I say season it, I mean really season it. Don't worry about over-seasoning these patties because, quite frankly, you're going to lose half the seasoning when you go to flip the burgers. So it's really, really tough to over-season burger patties that are on the grill because you're going to lose a ton of it. What I'm using to season them today is my all-purpose seasoning mix. I've given this recipe away 2,000 times, but here it is again. It's equal parts kosher salt, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm seasoning the shit out of it. Okay, they'll take about 6-7 minutes to do, and then, yeah. Okay, through the magic of cooking show editing, these burgers are done. And now the last thing, to melt the cheese. Of course, because this is a McDonald's retro thing, we're doing good old American cheese. I don't know if the original one had 2 slices of cheese or just 1, but fuck it, this is my retro burger, so it's getting 2. And besides, Americans are a lot fatter than they were in the 1980s, so they need more cheese. Okay, and after about a minute just to have the burgers melt the cheese up, these burgers are done. All right, let's get them off the grill and take them back in the house. Okie dokie, let's assemble our McJordan. As you can see, we've got the burger patty here. And there's the sauce. After 45 minutes of simmering, you can see how different it is. Just want to take some of that out and spoon that over the top of the patty. Okay, let's get the rest of this stuff. You want to start with 3 strips of peppered bacon. That's just baking some bacon with pepper on top. And about 3 pickles. Adding some coarsely diced white onions on the top of it. And finally, you just want to add just a bit of yellow mustard on the top bun. And that's it. The McJordan resurrected.